Hello, everyone. Welcome back to my channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before starting the video, please subscribe and keep watching for more detailed videos. Bill Spencer never thought he'd live through a nightmare like this, seeing his son Liam Spencer lying unconscious in a hospital bed, hooked up to machines, bruised, bloodied, and still. The sight is enough to shatter even the most hardened heart, and for Bill, a man who's been to war in the boardroom and on the streets, it's a pain he's completely unprepared for. The sterile beeping of the monitors does nothing to calm Bill's rising panic. His breath shortens, his eyes blur, and the walls of the hospital room seem to close in. He's pacing, hand clenched, jaw locked. Every second he waits for news from the doctors feels like a lifetime. And worst of all, the source of this heartbreak comes from someone Bill never expected, Luna. Sweet, bright-eyed Luna, the young woman he was just beginning to welcome into the family circle. Now she's at the center of a moment that could break his family beyond repair. It all happens so fast. The accident, the screaming, the blood. One moment, Liam was standing. The next, he was down. No warning. No chance to defend himself. Just a terrifying blur of motion and pain. And now, here Bill is, reliving it all in his mind over and over, trying to piece together how everything fell apart. Luna didn't mean to hurt Liam. That much is clear. But intention doesn't undo consequences. Bill's mind is spinning with questions he can't answer. Why did Luna lash out? What happened in the moments before Liam was hurt? Was it really an accident, or was something deeper boiling under the surface? Bill doesn't know what to believe, and his confusion is starting to curdle into rage. He sits beside Liam's bed, clutching his hand, whispering words that are barely audible, words of apology, promises to protect him, desperate pleas for him to wake up. He brushes Liam's hair back from his forehead and chokes back a sob. This isn't supposed to be happening. Not again. Not after all they've survived together. He thought their worst days were behind them. Memories flood in. Bill recalls holding Liam as a baby, teaching him how to ride a bike, cheering for him at school plays, and eventually mentoring him in business. He's always tried to be strong for his son, even when he's failed as a father. Now, faced with the possibility of losing him, Bill feels every single regret come crashing down. All the missed chances. All the harsh words. All the moments he could have just said, "I love you," and didn't. And then there's Luna, devastated, trembling, sitting in the waiting room with red-rimmed eyes and tear-streaked cheeks. She's replaying the accident in her mind, wishing she could turn back time, do something differently. But she can't. And she knows that. She also knows that Bill may never look at her the same again. When Bill finally steps out of Liam's room to catch his breath, he sees her. For a long moment, they just stare at each other. The silence is louder than anything they could say. Finally, Luna rises, takes a tentative step forward, her voice trembling. "I'm sorry," she whispers. "I never meant to hurt him." Bill doesn't answer right away. His eyes are filled with so much pain, Luna can't even look him in the eye. When he finally speaks, his voice is gravel. "Sorry won't bring my son back if he doesn't wake up." The words hang heavy in the air. They're not a condemnation, but they're not forgiveness either. They're just raw truth. She tries to explain. She tells him everything, how things spiraled out of control, how fear and confusion took over, how one wrong move changed everything. Bill listens, but his face doesn't soften. Not yet. He needs time. He needs Liam to be okay. Until then, nothing else matters. Back inside the room, the doctors come in with updates. Liam is stable but unresponsive. There's no brain swelling, no internal bleeding, but they can't be sure when or if he'll wake up. Bill nods mechanically, barely absorbing the words. He turns back to Liam, holding his hand again, watching for any flicker of movement. Over the next hours, Bill doesn't leave his side. He tells Liam stories, reminds him of memories they've shared, tries to will him back to consciousness with every word. He talks about Wyatt, about Will, about all the reasons Liam needs to fight. He even talks about Luna, about how she's young, scared, and broken by guilt. It's the first time he shows a hint of compassion, even if Liam can't hear it. The longer Liam lies still, the deeper Bill spirals. He blames himself. for pushing Liam too hard, for not being there to protect him, for letting his guard down. He thinks about all the times he put work ahead of family, about the rifts between them. He wonders if this is karma coming full circle. Is this punishment for all his past sins? Meanwhile, Luna isn't the only one struggling. Steffi shows up, her face pale and tight with worry. She rushes in, demanding answers, then freezes at the sight of Liam. She gasps, covers her mouth, and then breaks down. Her presence shifts the energy in the room. She sits on the other side of the bed, taking Liam's other hand. Bill watches her, and for a moment, they're not ex-lovers or bitter rivals. They're just two people who love the same man, shattered by fear. Steffi tells Liam their daughter needs him. She talks about the beach, about their shared laughter, about how strong he's always been. She begs him not to leave them. Bill, seeing this, feels something stir in him. Maybe, just maybe Liam can hear them. Maybe their voices can anchor him back to life. Days pass. Nurses come and go. Machines continue to beep. Bill barely eats, barely sleeps. He's a wreck, but he refuses to leave. His world has narrowed to this one room, this one bed, this one hope, that his son will open his eyes. Then, one night, as the city sleeps and the hospital halls are quiet, Bill leans in close, whispers something only Liam can hear. "I'm sorry for everything, son. All of it. I love you more than you'll ever know. Please, just come back to me." And then, the slightest movement. A twitch. Bill freezes. Did he imagine it? He calls for the nurse, and suddenly the room is filled with cautious hope. The monitors show slight changes. Liam's fingers twitch again. His eyelids flutter. The doctor rushes in, examines him, and confirms what Bill dared not believe. He's waking up. The flood of emotion hits like a tidal wave. Bill collapses into the chair, face in his hands, sobbing openly. For once, he doesn't care who sees. His son is alive. He's coming back. Luna, outside the door, hears the news and breaks into tears. She still doesn't know what her place will be now, whether she'll ever be forgiven, whether she'll ever be trusted again. But right now, that doesn't matter. What matters is that Liam is going to be okay. Bill finally walks out to tell her. His eyes are red, his voice still raw. He moved. He's coming back. Luna gasps, covering her mouth as tears spill out again. "Thank you," she whispers. Bill doesn't answer. He just nods, turns back to the room, and disappears inside. For now, everything else can wait. Come back to our channel for all your updates. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe to my channel.